I'm here with the co-producers of West Coast Geeks vs. Nerds at Yuck Yucks Vancouver. I'm Andrew Lynch, and welcome to 4Geeks Media. Don't do that.
The Ghostbusters have become the only answer to the question of who you gonna call. But does that make them the best defense against the weird and the paranormal? The Men in Black show that it's not the size of your noisy cricket, it's how you use it. But does that make them the best defense against the weird and the paranormal? That's what we're here to find out. Let's meet the Geeks and Nerds!
Geeks versus Nerds. Wait, they're started in Halifax, you guys said?
Yeah, started over there by a couple of very talented and very ambitious go-getters. I was not included in that. I came on later as one of the debaters in a debate, and I really got hooked on the show. I loved the format. I loved how it really brought together a community. And I just loved having a fun time laughing about stuff that are inside jokes.
Indeed, the most high-tech thing in the Ghostbusters arsenal may be a Commodore 64, but it gets the job done. And that is all the Ghostbusters need. And in these tough economic times, we need a defense that is not only effective, but thrifty.
The Men in Black are better than the Ghostbusters because they wear sunglasses. For proof, consult every episode ever of CSI Miami.
Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters! This is the stuff that we all just love to do in our everyday life. Whenever you're just with nerds and no one else is around, it's like, Boba Fett versus Batman, who would really win?
Yeah. Batman had a broken back, and he still managed to rehabilitate enough while in jail to climb out of a motherfucking pit. He's knocked out Guy Gardner, and during a meeting with Hal Jordan, painted the entire room and dressed in yellow, thus telling the Guardians of the Universe on more than one occasion that he can totally kick their asses.
So is that really how it came about? What made you decide to make this into like something you could perform?
Geekdom and fandom is something that people connect with instantly. You know that you're a fan of something, boom, you've got something to talk about. It's an icebreaker. It's a way to meet people and interact, and I think that's what we were really interested in sort of bringing over here. Is not only a show, but something that goes beyond that, something where you can actually meet people, interact with people.
So what have been your favorite debates so far that you've had in the past?
Blade versus Buffy was my first debate in Halifax, and that's the one coming out on October 9th. Whenever you fight against a Whedon character, it's an uphill battle, and I was on Team Blade. But we were really close. Malcolm Reynolds versus Han Solo that we did at HalCon back in Halifax. Nathan Fillion actually called in to give his 2 cents worth.
No way.
Yeah, he straight at, like, what could Team Han Solo do at that point?
Any debates you'd like to see? Any like particular characters you just can't wait to see debated?
One that me and Keegan came up with was Popeye versus Aquaman. Who is the greatest up-and-coming young seaman? Fraggles versus Smurfs. Who's the mini-master race?
Anything with He-Man or Skeletor, I'm constantly trying to push them in our weekly meetings. I'm always like, let's do something with He-Man. He-Man versus Thor. That's one I really want to see. They're both, princes of the universe. They're both super powerful, and they both have a super powerful weapon that gives them all their power. I think it'd be a great debate, and this is me pitching it to the internet right now. If you want to see it happen, email us.
What are the odds of seeing something really obscure but that I want to see, which would be like Jesus versus Urkel?
Jesus versus Urkel. What would be the title they're fighting for?
I don't know. I was just wondering who would win in a fight, to be honest.
Win a fight, Jesus.
Well, I mean, you think Jesus, being the Son of God, would have it to go, but I mean, Urkel also has built time machines and appeared on Step by Set, and taught Stephanie Tanner on Full House how to use her glasses without being made fun of so much. So he's done more than JC in a lot of respects.
Have you seen Urkel lately? He's huge now. Have you seen that guy? He's massive.
And he's crossed dimensions by what you've explained.
He has. He's time traveled and crossed dimensions.
So he's also giving Doctor Who a run for his money. So this is technically...
I don't think he could take Doctor Who. He could take Jesus,
He could take... It's not unheard of. It's not the weirdest suggestion we've had.
What's the weirdest?
All of them involve Jesus. I don't know.
So you obviously need to have Jesus up there.
Jesus?
Well, you could have him up against another religious figure. Throw him up against Muhammad or something.
Or Neo.
Neo. That would be awesome.
I think that might be a winner right there, yeah.
So to become a debater, there's actually a number of ways. It's pretty easy, actually. We've tried to make the process as easy as possible for you guys because we want you. We're like Uncle Sam. We want you. The easiest way is just to go on our website, which is wcgeeksversusnerds.com.
We have a debate every second Tuesday of each month. You can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and at our website, wcgeeksversusnerds.com. It's a close one. But as Lord High MooMan, I declare the winner to be a Ghostbusters.